that there are more than 1.2 million houses in California that are vulnerable to collapse during an earthquake. Here to talk to you about how to protect your home and yourself is Janiele Maffei. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Wow, 1.2 million. That's a big number. What makes these houses more vulnerable than others in the California area?
Right. So the vulnerability comes from the age of the house. We learned a tremendous amount about how houses perform in earthquakes in the 1970s, early 1970s, and there were significant changes made to the building codes in California for houses. Before that, unfortunately, they were designed and constructed before seismic codes were readily adopted. And so I always say this particular vulnerability that we're trying to attack here may be found in a pre-1980 house, will be found in a pre-1940 house, and that vulnerability is that they're not properly braced or bolted to the foundation. So this is for a house that's got a raised foundation that's maybe 4 or 5 steps up to that first floor. There'll be an access panel to the underside, that crawl space, and vents around the crawl space. And there may be short studs that go around that space. The idea here is we're going to bolt the wood part of the house to the concrete, and of course then we're going to come in and put plywood around those short stud walls.
That makes sense, and that's kind of scary to think about. Can you tell us a little bit more about the grant program that's in effect?
Well, to go after this vulnerability, we're very proud to be able to provide the Earthquake Brace and Bolt program. We provide a grant of up to $3,000. Now, this is for a qualifying house. It needs to have that particular vulnerability pre-1980, needs to be in one of our 521 zip codes, needs to be owner-occupied at this time. This is not for a slab-on-grade house that's presumed to already be bolted. The program provides up to $3,000 base grant. We're going to need you to use one of the contractors on our directory. We've got a very expansive directory for the Palm Springs area. And then we're going to need some pictures, need for you to use a permit and get your permit through your building department, show some pictures after the fact. Job takes about 2 to 3 days for a contractor to do. And then we also are very excited to say that we have a supplementary grant. So for income qualifying households with a household income of $72,080 or less, they can qualify for an additional grant above the $3,000, which in most cases will pay for the entire retrofits.
How can people register for the program, and where did they go for more information?
Right. So registering, very easy. You want to go to earthquakebracebolt.com, and there'll be a simple set of questions that'll help you determine if you and your house qualify. Lots of information. This is not first come, first serve. You've got plenty of time. We're going to be open through November 29th. So the idea here is go online, answer those questions. We have animations, videos, information. We've got a sample plan set. Those are the construction documents you'll be required to use. This can be done with a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer without an engineered design. Lots of information. At the end of registration, we're going to do a random selection. We'll let people know if they're accepted into the program or on a waiting list. And don't despair if you're on that waiting list. We're letting people out in waves so that we don't overwhelm building departments and contractors.
What a wonderful opportunity for us here in California. Janiele Maffei, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you. Go on and register.
All right, and we'll be right back.